Hello and welcome to Minecraft Mega Construction episode 11 with me, Poet Plum, and the Jacob Loves You.
Me, Howling Westy.
I mean, would you like to explain for the guys why you are now called Jacob Loves You?
Well, you see, my Mojang account got hacked. I got an email about 5 AM this morning saying my password was changed. So I went to change it to a different password. And when I logged into Minecraft, my username and skin were both changed.
I feel like this is possibly a subscriber that's done it, given that it's called, given your name is Jacob Loves You. So, I mean, I don't know really. It could be anyone, but it could be a subscriber, could be a randomer, could be, I don't know. We've not figured out who it is yet, but I think the important thing is you'll be able to change your name in 30 days, and you'll be able to have your name back.
For a whole month content, I'll probably be known as Jacob Loves You.
So would you like to explain to the guys? Should we do a quick tour of the builds that we've done?
We should. So let's set it to night time, ready for going in the night club.
So we're in a bit of in the DJ club. Let's get a bit of DJ nightclub music going.
Yep, DJ Sheepy playing only the best tune.
We've got purple DJ Sheepy over there. We've got some. Did I see environmental tech stuff? Oh, these bricks are environmental tech. It's kind of nifty actually. We've got a few villagers knotting around. We've not got a bartender apparently, so I think should I designate himself as bartender?
I'm gonna be AJ Gray and sit on the sofa.
I'll come and join you there. Oh damn, we seem to have. Okay, well, I mean,
this is why you should never mix alkanes.
Yeah, I mean, oh, that was a complete disaster.
Oh,
so this is the nightclub. So let's back to society again.
Before we do anything, we should have a look at the high street at night time.
I do think it's kind of nifty actually. I mean, the whole McMorgan's thing really the whole point is it was meant to stand out when you drive by, and I'm pretty sure that qualifies as a big standout, in my opinion, anyway.
So I think just a few updates I made to the world is I updated the music shop to add a few instruments on the upper floor.
You can actually sit at the drums, so it looks pretty cool. So are you ready to go to the pit quarry?
I think I want to go to Plum's Power and Fuels Limited.
Oh, you want to go over to the Fuels Limited Co. Just a heads up, guys. I think I'm going to timestamp in the description below if you guys just want to go to us building the new build. If you don't want to go over the recap. So,
well, I mean, the guys haven't seen the update to Plum's Power and Fuel.
That's what I'm showing them now. So we've got some new computers and stuff in here. We've also got the stuff from reception downstairs. A couple of computer rooms. This area, I'm pretty sure, is it's my office has stayed as it was, but we've also got some areas of computers and stuff now. I believe Corey is driving around on his moped. And yeah, I've got a nice little reception area. So would you like to go to the pit, Corey?
Yeah. If we both get to the top of the pit, I would like to see what's the quicker way down. If I drive down, if you take the viaduct.
I feel like you're going to beat me down there, I'm not going to lie. But I think before we go down, I do want to kind of show off. I think this is all Corey's build. He's obviously, an amazing job on the architecture, I think, of this bridge. It looks really damn cool. And the burgers and stuff, the burger van down there, we'll show you when we get down there. So, are you at the top of the hill?
I am.
So I'm going to go and take the viaduct system. So if I go to bottom of wall north, okay, I'm going.
Okay, I'm driving down.
I may have had maybe a second or two head start. So if it comes down to the wire, it's possibly going to be you that's going to win. I have landed.
I have just landed down.
Okay, I feel like you beat me because I had a couple of seconds head start there. So I feel like you're marginally quicker, but they're basically the same, near enough. So this is the burger van. Corey's obviously set up here. What's in the back actually? So you built the back of it and it goes into the wall by the looks of things. Okay, I've not actually seen this before. So we've got like a fridge area, we've got the microwave. It's kind of neat actually how he sort of established himself inside the pit here. Got like a mini chest with some bread in it. Got some kitchen knives. I think it looks kind of nifty.
Yeah, I think the mini chest is meant to act as sort of bread bin.
Yeah, I mean that does work quite well this one actually. So we've got some glasses and stuff and some plates. We've got see a brown. I think we've gone for a bit of a brown theme. I'm kind of liking it. So we've got the grills and the ovens and stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking that's a pretty nice looking build, Corey. So, but would you now like to explain to the guys what we have planned for this episode? Since I think it's a pretty special one.
Well,
it's going to be a multi-parter episode.
Keeping with the announcement on the Instagram, we're going to build a huge Uno card.
Massive.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I think it's going to be a multi-story shopping centre. This is going to be, God knows how many episodes this is going to be. It's going to be a massive undertaking of, obviously, time and energy, but I think it's going to be worth it to have our own nifty shopping centre. Would you not agree?
Absolutely. I think if we go back to season 2 of Megaconk, we built a cinema. So I think we might build a cinema in the shopping centre somewhere, either on the top floor.
I think on the top floor, I think, could be a nifty idea. I do think, though, I know what I want to start with, Corey. And would you agree we need an underground car park? Whether it takes up the entire episode, I'm not sure. But like a multi-story car park on the ground, I think could be pretty nifty. Would you agree?
Interesting idea.
If we build the shopping centre here, and we say have so that's the car park for the train station. So if we say have here, we have looks like a junction that comes off here that then leads down into the underground car park.
I've just had a thought, Manine. Could we not build stuff in the pit walls?
I mean, we potentially could. I mean,
so if we made like a multi-story car park here and then built some of the supermarket into the pit wall,
that could potentially work, I believe. I think the entrance to the car park, I want it to be kind of centralised. So I mean, I don't want it to be necessarily exact. I think that's fairly centralised. I mean, fairly. A little bit skewed off maybe, but I think I can pretty much put up with that. So maybe a couple more across. Yeah, there we go. So if I then take this off here, probably just like that, and then make this road here. Do you like the sound of this, Corey?
You were the chosen one.
So if I have barriers that run like this.
Ooh, this is a little road.
So if I have a barrier run like that, there we go.
Oh, it's going to be, these are both lanes, I see.
Yeah, so one's an exit, one's an entrance.
Okay.
So yeah, also the barriers, I mean, we could potentially have like a fake paying machine or something here. And then also, we can just manually open and close the barriers. It's not going to be too much of an issue. I do think that we are going to need an exchanger. So if it say runs like this, and then it runs underground. Does this sound like a nifty idea, Corey?
Indeed.
So if I then, let's just get an exchanger going. Exchanger. We need the creative one. Where's the creative one? There's the creative one. So if I then select this block here and build this guy down. Should we ramp it again? Because it's going to need to be ramped, isn't it? Because it's a road surface. So if I use the asphalt slopes that you used on the bridge, I think this will work. I mean, fingers crossed. Looks maybe a little bit weird, but how many floors should we have this go down, by the way, Corey?
Well, we're currently on Y level 69, so we need to make sure we don't go all the way down to bedrock.
I would definitely agree. Let's knock this down just a little bit. So then if I do this, I want it to go down enough that we have enough area to where it looks tall enough, but you know, we're not necessarily making you go down to the centre of the earth just to park your car.
I definitely.
Would you say that's probably far enough down? Because if we maybe have like a couple of levels or something, we could even.
I think that's far enough for like the first level, yeah.
It's what we can do essentially we obviously have world edit, don't we? So we can world edit some bits and bobs in to make it look a little bit better. The walls, I'm not quite sure what to make the walls out of.
Brick.
We could use brick actually. I don't think I'd want to use normal bricks. I'd want to use like maybe a different kind of brick. What type of brick to use though? That is the question. What about ash bricks?
Did we not use ash bricks on the houses, no?
Yes. How do you think this looks? Oh.
What do you think to coke brick?
I'm kind of digging it actually, yeah. I didn't necessarily just want to make it asphalt, that was my thinking. So, the stair blocks are going to be a pain actually. I'm going to have to remove the side blocks off to get at the wall, which isn't too big of an issue. Actually, maybe not actually, if I just do that. Yeah, there we go, that works. Except maybe a couple of them will be a pain. Corey, have you just exchanged a load of my flooring out? I swear you did.
I'm changing the grass.
You're crazy, Corey. You're absolutely crazy.
No, you.
Let's get rid of those. I think that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do, guys, is we'll get a little bit further into this,
cool.
And I think we'll be right back. Okay, guys, I don't know how well you're going to see. This segment is probably going to be a bit of a shorter segment. But basically, what I wanted to sort of show you guys is basically the this is the underground car park that we've got. So what I'll do is I'll resurface it just to show you guys. I'm just sort of doing the walls and stuff at the minute. So what are you doing at the minute, Corey? Do you want to update the guys?
I'm currently working on a little entranceway to the.
This is obviously the main entrance. I'm doing the car park entrance. I've got these sort of little tunnels that go down with obviously the barriers. This is obviously going to be the exit. This is going to be the entrance. So you're obviously going to enter through here, and then you're obviously going to drop down here. There will obviously be a ramp coming all the way down. But I don't know how, this is not going to show very well up on YouTube. But it's just basically going to have asphalt is obviously on the floor, and I'm possibly going to have multi-levels to this. I'm not quite sure yet. I've not like fully decided. What do you think, Corey? Should we have multi-levels to this car park?
Yeah, I think so. I think the supermarket, the shopping centre's potentially going to be huge.
Yeah, I mean, we can have a lot of shops here. Should we have like maybe like a McMorgan's and a TFC, like some returning favourites?
I don't think we've yet got a TFC on this world.
I think we're gonna have to have like a food court, and we have to have a McMorgan's and a TFC. It's
Mega Conk tradition.
Yes, it's very much a Mega Conk tradition to have TFC and McMorgan's wherever we go.
Although, Malign, did the Season 2 world have a TFC?
I think it would have been. What else would we have instead of a TFC? We need somewhere for the test certificates to get that fried chicken.
That is very true.
I mean, I'm sure a test certificate that just like wither over and die without that fried chicken. I mean, I'm not quite sure what to make the ceiling out of. I don't want to make it out of pure lights. I don't want to use world edit to just scatter a bunch around either, really. I think I know what to do. I'll use this stuff here. Though, given the ceiling is a massive mess, what I'm going to do is world edit.
Brick.
Do what? Sorry.
Could you use glowstone brick?
I mean, I could, but then the entire thing would just be a massive luminous mess. I think if I do something like this, set stone. I mean, // oh, I just did /stone. Well, an idiot. / set stone. If I get glowstone bricks. Okay, glowstone bricks are not showing up in oh, they're all the broken texture stuff. Do you remember how we got glowstone bricks before? So, didn't we have to chisel them ourselves?
I think we got them from the creator.
I don't know. They still have broken textures, so I think what I'm gonna do is get myself an actual chisel. Where is the actual chisel from the chisel mod? In the actual creative menu here. I'm sure I just saw some tools. Chisel, 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 chisel. Here it is. A diamond chisel from Chisel and Bits. Wait, I'm used to the textured one off of Sphax from Feed the Beast. So if I do this guy, are you gonna... Oh, that's the wrong type of chisel, actually, I'm a derp. I'm sure we have the mod, actually, that gives us chisel.
I don't think we've got chisel itself.
Did we have problems? I think we had problems installing it or something, didn't we? That's my... So
I think it didn't work with the other mods.
So the only thing we could do is we could potentially use lamps. Just have the lamps that are permanently on, and use like the grey lamps or something.
Or if I come there.
I think the lamps work kind of okay. I mean, they light up the whole area, and they're not like ridiculously bright. So I think lamps are pretty good way to go. I think there'll be enough to stop the bats
As long as
from
it gets
spawning
rid of the
anyway.
bats.
Yeah, the bats are going to be the biggest problem here. I can just imagine everyone at home watching like, yes, we can finally see the car park.
Actually.
I mean, I'm getting a little bit of lag here, just mainly from the fact there's been so many lighting updates. Here we go. I love how I can see what I haven't exchanged, just looking at the lighting on the floor. I believe so there's a dark spot there. I believe that's pretty much got rid of all the dark spots. I think I'm going to kill all the bats and stuff and redo the ramp and stuff, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. So just sort of a bit of another update. Corey's been doing a little bit more floor planning and stuff over here. So you're putting some... I'm surprised you haven't used like the thickened glass from extra utilities.
Well, I wanted it to match the paint.
Did you not want to go for some glass like this?
But if you could replace this glass with the thickened glass, please, that'd look pretty
Okay.
neat.
There you go. That look cool?
Yeah.
I was just thinking, because I don't know. Do you want to have normal glass or do you want the thickened glass?
I think the thickened glass looks nicer.
I think you can. There's obviously many different types of glass. You can have glowing glass, dark glass, ethereal glass, redstone glass. You can have thickened glass with a border, sandy glass, ineffable glass. There's many different types of glass you can have. They all look pretty nifty. You can get like enlightened glass, stained glass. Stained glass looks kind of cool, but it'd look good if we had like a church. I feel like a church is something we're gonna have to do, like a church to the a church to the Sea-Caps gods. What do you think? The gods of YouTube.
The Church of Plum.
Indeed, that would be a pretty cool build. So the supermarket car park build, I'm thinking I'm gonna need some car mod stuff. So if I do @car, I'm gonna need I think the left turn arrow. I'm gonna get rid of these teleporters and stuff out of my inventory. I don't need these guys anymore. These guys can go away. So I think if I tell everyone initially to enter the car park like this, and I'm like, hey, so you need to turn left. So if you went to the car park left, and I then have maybe some turn straight arrows, maybe. And then if I say dot these about randomly, so that if I have, so if I feed the traffic round one way, hopefully it should run pretty smoothly. Problem is I need to designate how big my car parking bays are going to be. How did we do the car parking bays before, Corey? Did we use the long lines, didn't we? Donate on Patreon. Optional, guys. Obviously, that's not something you have to do.
Obviously.
It does sort of help with running costs and stuff for the channel, though. I'm not gonna lie. And you get some. Corey, you and your damn promo. You crazy son of a gun.
Just something for the guys to read during the video.
I mean, sure. I think if I stick with the car parking bays like this, I think this is kind of nifty. Yeah, I think something like this. I think I'm pretty happy if I designate the bays like this. So if I have a bay here. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm pretty much going to do... You guys can pretty much get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to do this... I think I'm going to have the car park funnel round, so you can either go all the way around the end. I'm going to have probably a lane down the middle so you can cut through. Maybe a few cut through lanes. But I basically want to try and funnel the traffic one way if possible. So I'm going to have a road come down the middle, but I'm probably going to have to be one way again. I don't want any two-way areas, really, since... I think in real life you don't really have two-way roads in multi-stories like this because, I mean, you do and you don't. Like some smaller ones do, but bigger ones, I think I kind of want to funnel all the traffic down one way, just so I can essentially try and condense the space a little bit. So if I have like some more bays here that run parallel to these bays, like this. Obviously, I'll have to sort the backs of the bays out. So if I have some bays like this, and yeah, I think you guys are pretty much going to get where I'm going to go with this. So I think what I'll do, guys, is I'll cut the video here and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. A little bit of progress has been made. Well, I'll say a little bit. Do you reckon that's about half an hour since our last segment of recording there, Corey? I'm pretty sure it is.
I'd say so.
So what we're doing is we're just now working on the car park. I'll just quickly show you guys what's been going on upstairs, but we've basically agreed to sort of make the car park the main focus of the episode. Got a little bit of a shop going on here.
That is Knowing Toast Lounge.
Yep, I think it's looking pretty neat. Obviously in the car park.
I figured out with the Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod, there is actually a working toast.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty neat. So what I think we're doing here is we're just basically working on filtering the traffic around. So I'm sort of filtering around the outside. I've got 2 entry lanes, one way that way, one way this way, and then a final one way this way. And I think that's pretty much it, sort of to catch you guys up on. So hopefully in the next recording segment we'll have the entire car park furnished and ready to show you guys, and then we'll probably show you guys a bit of world editing as we get a second floor going. So I think we'll be right back, guys, once this car park is hopefully fully furnished. Okay, guys, so we're back. Corey's just doing the last sort of finishing touches on the car park, getting all the bays and stuff. I've done all the priority and stuff. All of this is basically done. But what I'm going to do is get a bit of an elevator going. And if I'm honest, I've never used an RF Tools elevator. And I'm pretty much going to hope for the best that this actually works. So as far as I'm aware, as long as you use one block... I mean, this is me having never used it before, so I'm probably going to make a few mistakes. Factory block.
It's not going to glitch out like the elevator mod did, is it?
No. This is a completely different mod. This is RF Tools. Do I want to use glass? I don't know if I want to use glass. I mean, maybe not actually.
Because the elevator mod kind of broke the last world.
Yes, it did. It was a complete and utter pain. So if I stick the elevator, I believe realistically needs to be in the floor. And if I have the elevator platform be this big, it's probably just going to be a platform elevator again. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to have like a solid room one. If I stick this guy like this, I'm going to make it out of iron sheet metal. So my plan, my thinking is the fact that it's all one block, it'll recognise it. But as I said, I've never actually used this guy before. Dimensional. Is it called like a transceiver or something? Here it is, the dimensional transceiver. I was just spelling dimensional wrong like a dirt. Okay, and if I put this guy down here so we can actually get a little bit of power. He needs a capacitor, of course. And I set him to receive power from the main power network. And I call this, I'll just call this UG. And I'll give him a button, just like this. This is just going to be a temporary measure. And where do I want the floor to end up on this level here? So if I have the elevator here, and this is the floor level here, so this is where I actually want it to end up. That was completely and utterly in the wrong place. So is that basically where I want this guy to go? In line, yes. So dimensional transceiver again. Damn gravel. So if I stick another one of these guys in here, and I set you to receive main power, and I call this G for ground floor, because we can potentially use this elevator to get, if we have multiple floors, we can use it to get across all the stories, Corey. So you appear to not... So there's definitely a knack to do this, that I'm doing this wrong. So the elevator is a block that can move entities, including the player, up and down. Set up an elevator to place elevator blocks on every level, and at one level make a platform in front of the elevator using solid blocks. Only the bottom elevator block needs power. That's interesting to know. If one of these elevator blocks gets a redstone signal, the platform will move there. So they appear to like synchronize with one another. This guy apparently doesn't need any power, so I can get rid of that.
So do you need redstone then?
Yeah, I'm using a button and it's not actually working. What if I just make it a single platform? What if I just make sure there's no blocks underneath it? Are you gonna work? No, for some reason this guy really just isn't actually working here. So he's got power inbuilt. I can see the power is actually inside of this guy. What if I get a new one and just call this G again? Let's give this guy a button. Yeah, so for some reason he's not actually working. So I think I'm going to have to research this guy a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're back in the final segment of the video, and Corey wants to show you guys the shops first. So Corey, would you like to show you the guys the shops that you built before we show them the elevator and the nifty car park?
Oh, well, I'm coming up from the elevator now if you want to show them me. Never mind.
So I'd already pressed teleport. So should we start off with the Toasties Cafe?
Yep, so we've got the Knowing Toast Lounge.
Yep.
Which I would like to demonstrate to you. So if you come order some toast from the counter.
Okay, so I will 1 slice of toast please with a little bit of butter.
That's absolutely fine. I'll put the toaster on.
Also, it does work. That's kind of neat, actually.
So if we wait around a few seconds, we should see the toaster.
Oh, damn! So you put bread in and it actually flies up. That is pretty neat, actually. I wonder if you could put it in again and have it like be super burnt. Oh, it doesn't go through again. Then that is kind of neat, actually. I'm kind of a fan of that.
Then we've got the Plum Labs Pharmaceuticals.
Ah, I kind of like that, actually. That's kind of cool. I love how there's like this prescription drugs here that you're only meant to be able to get on a prescription, yet anyone can just come along and be like, "Yep, I'm out here." So prescription drugs that are available in front of the counter. I mean, are you going to have any drugs be behind? Because I think in pharmacies they always have like some drugs behind the counter, don't they?
Yeah, I probably should have put the prescription ones behind there.
Well, it's fine. I think we can do some minor tweaks and stuff in the next episode. So, what, a clothing store? I'm kind of a fan.
A clothing store, yeah.
So we've got a section of like kids' clothes, some sort of feminine clothes, some checkered jackets, some boots, some trousers. I'm kind of liking this actually. It's kind of a neat, nifty little clothes store, and they're all from DecoCraft. Wow. And I think we should show you the guys the main event really.
So should we take the basement to the underground floor?
Bit of a reference from previous season of MegaConk. So I think I'm gonna go down through the main passageway, which you would obviously drive down. So then you can keep going along here if you want and try and find a space up here. It basically corresponds which are the one-way roads and which ones aren't. So you can say go along here, go all the way along here, for instance. So if you do want to park in that really nice spot, you do kind of have to take a bit of a way around. But that's kind of the whole point, really. It's a detour everyone from just like going straight for these spots, so you have to sort of work your way around. And yeah, the elevator, it's all working, guys. Basically, all you need is the elevator blocks. So I'll tell you guys, I'll run through how it works. I think I'm probably just demonstrating it. So the elevator block is, I believe, here. Okay, maybe it's here. And basically, it's powered, and I've named it underground floor. And there's one up there which is called ground floor. And you can set them to output redstone signals whenever the elevator is here. And obviously this is causing the pistons whenever to open and close here. So whenever we go up, the pistons close. Whenever they hear they're open. These are just creative screens, which I've basically just configured. If you want to see the configuration I've got on the button, there it is. That's basically how I've configured it. With all the colours and stuff. And yeah, if I'm honest, I think it looks pretty nifty. The fact you can just go between floors. Obviously, we will extend this when we get more floors to the shopping centre. But for now, I think that's a job well done. I mean, I tried the shopping cart in the elevator earlier, and the entity just drops through it because for some reason, like the elevator doesn't. It searches for player entities, I believe, but it doesn't actually search. Because I believe it's blocks like this, for instance. It's designed, the elevator's designed to clip straight through them like it does. So it just basically treats it, even when you're riding it, as an entity that it's supposed to clip through. It doesn't detect it as an entity that it's supposed to take with it. So I think that clears things up, and I'm pretty sure that's the end of part 1 of our shopping mall or shopping centre.
Yeah, that's it for episode 11.
So episode 11. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Goodbye from Peter Plum.
And how must be?